it's important with the first comers to understand if they understand their roles. What they are going to do.
Right.
Because like now, Kangeva is tackling everything. Which part of education is he tackling?
Yes, I am waiting for the signal.
And then there was the questions that were asked by our...
Yes. Okay. We can do this one.
The questions that were asked by the residents, how will we tackle that?
I am hoping that they will be forwarded, but we shall ask the ones that we will remember.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Now, waambie hao wengine, please don't pass in front of the cameras. So kama mtu anaenda unapita nyuma ya hii, kama unapita hapa unaenda nyuma ya ile. Yes. I don't think this is pass there so that the three of us. Please, just tell them. Maybe I should just mention this as we wait for the signal. As we wait for the signal, let me just mention once again that for the people who are seated in front, as well as our audience, easy kichinjio. We want people to be relaxed. You're just sharing your plans. You're just sharing what you want to do for Kalimoni. So relax, assume you are at home, you are explaining to a friend, and a friend is just asking questions to understand what you are doing. So feel at home, and that's what we want. We want this to be enriching, both for you, to help you clarify your thoughts, and for us to understand you better, so that if you get the chance to lead, then it will be easier for us to follow you because we know where you are going. That's basically why we have this forum. So mtu asisikie kama amekuja kichinjio. We have no butchers.
So we go live in?
I'm waiting for the signal so that we can go.
3, 2, 1, the live.
Thank you very much for the online viewers. It was unfortunate we had a small glitch, but these things happen even at home and on the roads. In front of us are 5 candidates for the MCA position for Kalimoni, and we want to give them an opportunity to explain to us why they are standing, the plans they have for Kalimoni for the next 5 years, so that we can understand and be able to support them, whoever goes in. And whoever does not go in, of course, they will have a better understanding of what the others are planning, and they can work together as a team. So we want to go straight to our first candidate. Should be Kevin Dennis, so that you have 3 minutes to explain to us. Okay, we start with Julian. All right. Yeah, we start with Julian, and take just 3 minutes to tell us a little about yourself and why you are standing. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, the organizers of this event. My name is Julian Wanjiko Maina. I am married with 3 kids, and I'm a leader since birth because I have been in scouting, and I am born here. I was born in Kalimoni Hospital. I lived in Kalimoni. I schooled outside, but still I came back and invested in Kalimoni. So I am a Kalimonian, as we say in Itani. And I feel that Kalimoni needs change. It's a new dawn for Kalimoni, for the work that has not been delivered from 2017 to now, or from 2013 to now. This is high time for a woman. My slogan is Mama na Kazi. I have been away for some time in a foreign country, so I know how they operate. So I'm willing to bring all that in Kalimoni. I'm willing to bring infrastructure, good roads, good system that can be viewed by everyone. It will be transparency in my leadership. And also, each and every person will feel the presence of being in Kalimoni is well administered. Also, I have diploma, and I'm still learning, I'm in degree. So, you are working with a professional who will deliver public participation in each and everything, especially in bursaries where they are not distributed fairly. And I'm so much willing to be fair and to be just in each and every sector, to distribute fairly all the funds that the county government of Kenya will give me. And as well, as I finish, I will also love to do women and youth empowerment to each and every person, not leaving the young, old, and small. Fairly distribution of bursaries, and each and every person will have their work to do. So we will create employment, and we will know through public participation where the shoe hurt most. Thank you so much, Kalimoni people.
Thank you, Julian. Let's go to Bwana Musheke. But before Bwana Musheke, because we will be asking you to account for your last 5 years, before you do the accounting, just tell us briefly, why should we give you another 5 years?
Thank you so much. My name is Godfrey Wayaki Musheke, and I'm a family man with one wife. I've got 3 children. Brandon Musheke, who is in Form 4 at Nairobi School, who is also a musician. I have Justin Baraka, who is in grade 6. They are the ones who are pioneering the Makoha thing of CBC. And I have my acting last born, my mom, and that is Ayana Wangari. I am 42 years old, and I'm glad that fortunately I'm currently the MCA for Kalimoni and still defending the same seat on a UDA ticket. I want to thank the people of Kalimoni for bestowing me the privilege of flying the flag of UDA, and my party for conducting the only credible party that carried out credible nominations. I have a higher national diploma in international trade, and I'm currently pursuing a degree in Bachelor of Science in Occupation Health and Safety. I will actually graduate next year, sometimes in the month of April. And I want to promise the people of Kalimoni, just like I have been able to drive the agenda of Kalimoni and actually have been able to put Kalimoni on the map of Kenya as one of the wards that has brought real intangible development within my tenure. Why I'm seeking to run for Kalimoni's seat for a second term is basically because there are so many things which I know when I move to a higher seat, I will not be able to tackle, and those ranges from the issue of water, which is key to in my agenda, which I've been very much been able to distribute to our people, and also the market issue, which I've started a market at Juja Farm Shopping Center, which we are still pursuing to finish, and also the issue of ACD Center, which is also very paramount to my side, and I know once I move to the highest calling, which I believe that the people of Kalimoni one day they will give me, I will not be able to touch on those. So I'm basically requesting the people of Kalimoni to allow me to build on my work which I've done, and that is why my slogan is Kazi Iendelee. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Bwana Musheke. Let's go to Bwana Thoita. Let's hear why you want to stand for the MCA in Kalimoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and the moderators of this debate. My names are Joseph Thoita Kuria, born 46 years ago. I was born in Nyeri, brought up in Nyandarua, and like any other investor who would want to invest, I came and brought up my family in Kalimoni. To begin with, I went to school, and I went to my high school in Joro Boys High School. Then I proceeded to the Technical University, then the Kenya Polytechnic. I pursued my course in medical lab sciences, where I got my diploma as I'm a trained lab technologist. And I've worked in various health institutions. I've worked in PCA Tumutumu Hospital. I've also worked at Crown Healthcare, Health Scientific in Uganda. And finally, I joined the world of business, where I'm hustling as a businessman. I've been a leader for many years, starting from the Technical University, where I was the student union chairman, elected by the students. That's where the passion of serving the people began. And I came to Kalimoni in the year 2011. I bought and built here. And my children, my firstborn son, who is in attendance here, schooled here from primary 2. He just completed his Form 4. He is going to the university at JKUAT. My wife is here. The other children are at home, and some are in school. So I'm a father, and I live here in Kalimoni. So, and I have the passion to lead the people of Kalimoni out of the leadership that they have experienced for the last 5 years. There is so much gap in the process. I came in second in the nominations that were bungled, outright theft in those nominations. And the people of Kalimoni should come out and speak in large numbers and prove to the people that money cannot buy leadership. They will elect their MCA, and they will get their MCA on 9th of August. So let them come out and vote on that day. I know as we continue with the debate, we will get more chances to tell the people what we want to do for them. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Bwana Thoita. Let's now move next to hear Mr. Kangede. Joseph.
Chairman, the moderators, leaders of ceremony, aspiring candidates, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Kangede John Mwangi. I was born in Murang'a County, and now I'm living in Kiambu County. During investment, I'm a father of 3 children, Anne Mogoni, Francis Kangede, Arek Bogwa. All of them are schooling in Abasarama. The other thing, I am a garbage collector. I'm a community worker, and if leadership is a person, then here I am with the competence, hardworking, accountability, and integrity. The other thing, the reason why I'm applying for this seat for MCA of Kalimoni is to take Kalimoni for step ahead. We are behind compared with other wards during infrastructure, education, markets, and laws. Security is another issue where we are going to look up about. That's why I'm vying with the CCK party, Chama cha Kazi. When I will be able to get this seat on 9th, I'll make sure that in every village where the population is uprising, I make sure that we have ECD center, because education is the key. And I make sure that at that ECD center, I make sure there will be a feeding program, which is very necessary to these small students. The other thing is water. We have a big problem of water, starting from the far corner earth, coming the way Kenyatta. The other thing is about the security, whereby the security is very poor in this Kalimoni. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kangede. Let's now hear the brief introduction of Dennis.
The chairman of the debate committee, the moderators, and all the entire house. I'm Dennis Munene Kariuki, MCA aspirant, Kalimoni, vying with Tujibebe wa Kenya party ticket. I won the ticket through nomination that were conducted online, and I'm very grateful to all those who voted for me, and thank you very much. And I also urge the voters to vote for me during this coming election, 9th of August, and we will work together. Nataka kidogo nitumie kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Niseme ya kwamba Dennis Munene ni kijana ambaye alizaliwa miaka 20 iliyopita, ambaye amejitoza kupigania kiti hiki kwa sababu sisi kama wanarika we feel that tumeachiliwa, tuna feel ya kwamba leadership yenye iko inatuumiza. Ile leadership iko haiangalii sana na haishughulikii maslahi ya vijana, na ndio sasa mimi hapa Dennis Munene nimesema naingililia kati, because without inheritance, without handouts, without godfathers, we were still able to make it up to this far only with the grace of God. So I will be there always when the people of Kalimoni need me. Whenever you require me to do anything, I'll be there. Na najitoza kwa wakati huu ya kwamba mimi kama mwanarika ndio ule mtu ako na uwezo zaidi ya kuchapa kazi, kwa sababu hata kazi huku mitaani, zile kazi ngumu tunatafutanga wanarika. I want to believe that the youths got power, wako na all it takes kuchapa kazi Kalimoni. So how I pray is that on the 9th of August, that you, the people of Kalimoni, to give me mandate, and I will articulate your issues to all categories, and I will make sure that no one lacks you, and that all our issues will be very well taken care of. Kwa hivyo naomba kula zenyu kwa wale mnaniona online, please vote for kijana na kazi Deni Wairia, ama kwa jina yenye utapata hapo ni Dennis Munene Kariuki. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. We want to hear now a little bit more of what each of you has mentioned. Yes.
Asanteni sana. Nataka kuanza na Julian ambaye umesema kazi haijafanywa. Your exact words were work has not been delivered. Pia ukasema utafanya barabara, utatengeneza system na utadistribute resources. Ningetaka utuelezee mwanzo ni kazi gani haijafanywa na ni wapi utatoa rasilimali ama pesa za kutengeneza barabara mzuri, ni wapi utatoa pesa za kutengeneza system iwe mzuri, ili tukuelewe vizuri. Na pia ukiwa hapo utatuambia majukumu ya MCA.
Kwanza sana ningetaka kusema kazi yenye haijadeliviwa. Poor feeder roads. Jana nimekuwa na grader kwa Mokoyoine na Mwereri, barabara yenye haijawahi guzwa hata kidogo, na bado kesho niko ardhi, barabara ambayo haijawahi pata grader. So nikisema kazi haijafanywa, nasema na facts, na nimeshaanza kufanya with the proof of pictures and with the proof of village people. Wanaweza kukuonyesha zile barabara ambazo hata wanatafutilia tu. There is no road that has been set, and we had an MCA for 5 years. Hiyo barabara nimeigrade jana. I hired through my pocket for 3 hours a grader in Mwereri, and we are still on. Leo they are not operating. Monday wata operate sana. We are going to Athi, na hiyo barabara, it is a duty of our current honorable MCA yenye haijadeliviwa. Na hiyo ingine ni public participation, distribution of funds. Kukiwa na bursaries, it should be fairly set aside, divide the numbers of bursaries that you are given into different villages or estates. Si kwenda kupatia wale watu wenye they don't require. Unaenda unapatia mtu check of 20,000 na kuna mwingine ako day school who requires 3,000. This is not fairly distributed from the horse's mouth of the people who were not given the bursaries.
Excuse me kidogo, swali langu lilikuwa utatoa wapi pesa za kufanya hiyo kazi, number 1. La pili lilikuwa majukumu, roles of the member of the county assembly.
Pesa
na uharakishe sababu ya muda.
Kuna funds zinapeana na county government, and still I will be earning salary, so I will go overboard. If I talk to the governor na facilitate venye nataka, I will ensure I will go overboard through my pocket. I have resources, I have rental homes which I can use the money to deliver.
Your time is up. Bwana Musheke, umekuwa ukiwakilisha Kalimoni, na tungetaka utuelezee ulifea vipi katika uwakilishaji, that is representation. Uwajibikaji, uliajibikaje representation, how was your oversight, and how many laws you registered as a member of county assembly?
Thank you. Thank you so much, because at least within my question you have at least helped my sister to understand the roles of the MCA, which is representation, registration, and oversight. And within all the three, I've fared quite well. When it comes to representation of my people, I have been very active and a vocal member of the county assembly when it comes to motions and also support of bills with that which are affecting in one way or the other my people. And when it comes to, and especially the issue that has been touched on, the issue of bursaries, I think if there is one person who has been very fair in bursary distribution is me.
Excuse me, don't deviate from the question. How you fared in representation, oversight, and
thank you so much. And when it comes to oversight, I know I'm the only member of the county assembly for Kiambu that has been very vocal when it comes to the bad leadership, and especially within the second phase of the leadership that came to be the governor and his executive. I'm actually the only member of county assembly that has assisted in collection of signatures to send home the current governor because of poor leadership. And when it comes to representing my people, I've represented them well because I have brought so many resources from the county government of Kiambu, and it is obvious because the people of Kalimoni can see the development that I've brought through, ranging from water issues and roads, and also bridges, and many other things that I've been able to bring to our people. That is based on my representation for my people of Kalimoni.
Thank you.
Bwana Musheke, there is a question that has come from the people of Kalimoni, and this is specifically about water. There has been an allegation that water facilities for Juja were taken over, and some people benefited from that privately, and by some people benefited, they mean that you personally benefited. This is an opportunity for you to clarify that position, whether it is true and whether it is not, and how you have advanced the issue of water distribution and piping to the residents of Kalimoni.
Thank you again, and thank you actually for this question. And I know that the facility in question is Juja Farm Water Supply, which was or is still a community-owned entity. And what happened? We had an issue from pollution of our source of water, which is Ruiru water, Ruiru River rather. And when the community assembled, they decided that they wanted clean water. And by that time, because I had known of the challenges of water, because the Juja Farm Water Supply could not be able to serve the people living within the Raja Juja Farm. People within, even as near as Monadaini area, which is just a few kilometers, about I think 2 kilometers from where the water was being purified, could not get water. So what happened? The membership or the leadership of the water society, and Chairman, because this one is a bit of a touching issue, I would wish that I be added a minute. The leadership that was there was changed by the members of the society, that is the members of the public. And when they were changed, there came a lot of noise from some voices which has always been bringing this noise on social media groups. And it was during COVID time. During the COVID time, I knew that my people would suffer because of water issue. And that is when Rujuasco came in. And first of all, let me tell people that Rujuasco is not a public, it is not a private-owned entity. It is actually 100% owned by the county government of Kiambu. And there was no sale. There was no sale.
Let me interrupt you a bit, Honorable. The question that comes straight is, did you personally benefit from the restructuring of the community water project in Juja Farm?
Thank you, and actually that is what I was trying to elaborate. Because the sale that has always been purported to be done was between I and Rujuasco. I want us to try and imagine how a government-owned company would buy a public-owned entity without involving the members of the community. To answer the question, because of time, is there is no single coin that has ever gotten to my pocket through whatever means that is associated with Juja Farm Water Supply. In any case, Juja Farm Water Supply is still alive with a running committee and a committee that was bestowed the powers by the people of the society. It is there. So it has never been sold and it cannot be sold. If at all if it will ever be sold, then the people will decide what will be sold to who and where.
Asante, tuende kwa Bwana Dhoita. Umetuelezea there is a leadership gap in Kalimoni ward. Could you elaborate further what kind of a gap it is and how you you'd like to seal it? While doing that, you also tell us where you will get your money for the things that you have promised people of Kalimoni and how.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If there was no leadership gap in Kalimoni, there was no point of me offering myself to stand in the gap and become the MCA. The roles of the MCA, as we have been told...
Explain the gap.
Yes, that's what I'm doing, sir.
Yeah.
The roles of the MCA is representation.
Yes.
People of Kalimoni have not been represented in any way. They are the ones who wake up in the morning to go and vote and select their leaders. The leadership of Kalimoni, the current MCA, was elected by the people. But he went to bed with the local administration. Instead of representing the people, he came to oppress. That's why you can hear those questions of some of the projects being taken away from the people. Instead of overseeing them and empowering the people to continue enjoying the water, like in Salama and Juja Farm, he came and took community projects and that the people were running and the people had invested with their own money, and he gave it out to the county government project that is talking of Rujuasco. If people have invested in infrastructure, they have laid down pipes, and I think 1 minute is not enough, but fine. They have laid down pipes to get water. Then you come and use the same facilities with Rujuasco to connect the people and deny them the rights to run their own community projects. I hope you have not represented them. You have oppressed them. You should have brought Rujuasco water independently without interfering with the community project.
Just before we go out of, away from that question, you have mentioned two things, that the current MCA went behind the people in cahoot with their local administration to deprive them of the facility that they themselves had fundraised and built. Do you want to go on record that the MCA and the local administration did that injustice to the people? And by local administration, do you mean the chief? Do you mean the DO? Do you mean the... Who do you mean when you say the local administration?
I mean, okay, thank you. It is in public domain and it is known that we elected an MCA whom after electing went immediately and joined the local administration, which is the government representative on the ground, to oppress the people. He has always been running around with the chief, intimidating each and every member. Those community projects that were done, elections were bungled.
Mr. Duita,
yes?
Mr. Duita, just hit the nail on the head.
Yes, I'm saying yes, the chief.
The question was very clear.
Yes.
Who did he go to bed with?
The chief.
Very well. That has been made. We will give Bwana Musheke the benefit of reply. But let's go, as Musheke comes to that question, you will also want to hear. When the Rujuasco company took over the project, and people had given their money and their labor to do the piping, what did they get in return?
Thank you so much. And it is unfortunate that we are discussing a person who will not be able to answer back. So I'd love that we make this honor between the candidates, and anybody else who cannot be able to defend should be kept out of this discussion. Number two, there is no single thing that has ever been taken away by Rujuasco. And to make matters clear, what I did, because there was that infrastructure and there was no water running within the infrastructure, because there was no water because the water was polluted. What we agreed with the leadership, other leadership, which I'm also a member of the society, is that because we are using the infrastructure that was there, members of the community will not be charged for connection fee. Actually, instead of paying 4,500, they were paying only 2,500 for meter rent. And because that the infrastructure in place was owned by the members, not by any other person, by the members, and they agreed that the water can be, the pipes can be used temporarily, as the Rujuasco was to come and put their lines, which they have actually done so. In most areas, we are no longer using the pipes that was there. We are investing in proper pipes, HDP pipes, and so it was just a temporary way to ensure that people don't succumb to COVID during that time when it was very dire. That I needed, as a leader, I needed to check that my people would not die.
Your time is up. We'll come back to you.
I was being shown that I still have 30 seconds. So kindly, moderator, it is good that you coordinate well because I still had 30 seconds. That is what I was being shown by our timekeeper.
Kindly finish the point that you are explaining.
So Rujuasco has never taken up any single infrastructure. If any case, if there is only one major thing that Juja Farm Water Supply had, is the facility, the prod, and also the tanks that are there. We have never used them, and we do not have even a single intention of using them because we are putting up new infrastructure. So Juja Farm Water Supply, because they have a committee that was chosen, they can take over and still continue doing a parallel thing.
Very well. We will get time to delve a little further into that, because if people have come together, raised money, done their own project, they should get a fair return for any of the facilities that is taken over by whatever body. But we are grateful that you have explained so far. Let's go to Bwana Kangede. You have a question for you.
I would request the timekeeper, because of the lights, we are not able to see him well, if he would stand here in front of the light so that we can be able to manage our time well.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Kangede. You are coming in to do resource management, and you're going to do education, you're going to do water, you're going to do infrastructure. Could you tell us where you'll be getting this money from?
Asante sana Bwana Chama. Hii pesa ambayo nitakuwa nikitumia naweza kuipata from donors, from community, well-wishers, county government at a good leadership. For one, tukija kuongea kuhusu sure ECD, kuanzia Juja Farm, kuanzia Mkoini up to here, kuna ECD center.
Swali langu nilikuwa nimekuuliza kwa maana ile kiti ambayo unaenda kutafuta, kama ingekuwa ni donors, pia sasa unaweza pata wale donors.
Okay.
Na hujatuambia kama umewapata. Sitakusukuma kwa hapo. Mahali unaenda, unaenda mahali kuna resources. Nilikuwa nataka utuelezee, utaweza kufuatilia hizo resources na hizo funds utazipata namna gani ili zitufikie. Ukikumbuka majukumu ya MCA ni yapi?
Resources hizo pesa mimi nilikuwa nataja kuweza kuendesha hiyo miradi tutaweza kuipata through county government at a good representative. One, from our tax correction. Two, from myself, I can be able to start our naweza simamisha muda wangu kutengeneza za hizi shule. Juu hii ni kitu ya community, na community ukiweza kujitolea tunaweza enda mbele.
Asante kwa hilo jibu. Twende kwa
Kevin.
Twende kwa Dennis.
Dennis, you talked mainly about the youth, the fact that youth feel left behind.
Yeah.
They are not given enough opportunities,
Yes.
and yet they have enough energy.
Yes.
If you get the position, you will be elected to represent the youth. You will be elected to represent even the old people. You will be elected to make laws that are favorable to the youth. And you'll be expected to work with the county government to make sure that they allocate enough money for projects that are pro-youth. If you can just briefly tell us, what will you do, what kind of projects will you do, and how will you engage the youth so that, one, they feel represented, they feel part of the system, and secondly, projects that will multiply or bring more opportunities for the youth to get jobs.
Okay. Tuanze kwa hiyo swali lako. Kuna wale youths wamesoma wenye wako na degree, diploma, na kuna wale youths wengine pengine kwa ukosefu wa school fees, ukosefu wa bursary, maybe za MCA, wako left behind, hawajaweza kusoma sana. So wacha tuanze na wale youths wamesoma. Sio lazima ati tuambie tutapata white collar jobs. No. Kazi za ofisi saa hizi ni kama zimeisha. Lakini saa hizi tumepata mashirika mbalimbali ambayo inafundisha wanarika kutumia akili zao, wanakuwa na online businesses. For example of those online businesses ni kama kuna transcriptions account, kuna writing accounts, kuna zingine zinaitwa forex trading accounts. Hizo accounts niko na marafiki zangu, niko na mayouths wenzangu, wengine wenye wamemaliza university, and I can tell you for sure they are faring so well. And I can tell you that tukiungana na wanarika kama hao, tunaweza tengeneza computer lab, na tunafundisha hao wanarika. So I feel that tukitengeneza kitu kama computer lab, hao wanarika wataweza kufundishwa about hizo transcriptions account, na hao youths watakuwa tu sawa, na wale wenye tutaweza kuwatafutia kazi kwa ofisi wenye wako na degrees, diploma ni sawa, lakini unajua sisi wote hatuwezi fit, so the other ones watakuwa kwa hizo.
Dennis, kwa maana muda wako unaisha, umeanza ngapi kwa sasa?
Kwa saizi niko na 2.
Kwa maana uhitaji kuwa mwakilishaji wa wodi kuanza yale mambo ambayo unasema.
Ni ukweli.
Ni mambo unastahili kuwa umeanza. Ni wangapi umeweza kuingiza kwa hayo ambayo unasema?
Niko na kama 10 youths, na 2 of them are here in the house, and they know all those things, and they even you moderators, in case you need to be trained kwa hizo transcription accounts hizi, they will train you right away. Okay, I have like 10 youths, and out of those they will train, I think mtu mmoja akona uwezo ya kutrain more than 50 people for one night maybe. And so tuseme ni kama we open a computer lab and youths are trained, I know that we are creating job opportunities. When we go to maybe Kenyatta Road. Okay.
Muda wako umeisha, Dennis. Asante. We are going to the next session about our geographical area and how well you are versed with them. I know everybody here has been going around. We will ask you a question based on a different location and what you intend to do for that location. We are going to start with Julian. We have a place called Mokoyo and Muhaka. What are your plans for Mokoyo and Muhaka, and have you visited those places when you're campaigning?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Yeah, I have started Mokoyo because I told you I have a grader which I have hired, and on Monday it will go Mokoyo, Adi, and Mungedo to grade.
Permit me to interject. Okay. The question is not what you're doing.
Okay.
The question is what are your plans? Because after you get where you are targeting to get, you will get an opportunity to do something for those people. What are your plans for that area?
My plans for that area
Mokoyo and Muhaka.
Mokoyo and Muhaka. My plans are we will start up a school. According to my understanding, I've been there. Hakuna ata nursery. So with the development funds from the county government, I will make sure in the first 2 months I will have started a nursery. Hata kama tutajenga ya mabati, I have funds, my personal funds, which I can use. You know, MCA should not use their resources, but if you love your ward, you can go overboard. Kwa sababu I am a parent, mimi ni mzazi wa mama. Kwa hivyo najua how it feels to take a school very far away. So I will start a school and make sure this school will not only have nurseries, but will have teachers.
We appreciate that, and we appreciate that you're using your own money to hire a grader. What if you don't get this seat? Will you continue hiring the grader for that purpose?
Sorry?
We appreciate the fact that you're hiring a grader to do Mokoyo roads. What if you don't get the seat? God forbid, you don't get the seat. Will you continue hiring the grader to do those roads?
Whatever I had planned, I will continue. Because this is Kalimoni and it is my ward. And I will die to do anything for my people. I have been also visiting the widows. So before even I vied for the seat.
Julian, I can hear you have many plans. For the grader, how many days has it been on the ground? How many kilometers of roads have you graded?
So far, it has been 2 days on the road, and I hire it for 3 hours. So for yesterday we did 3 kilometers because it had to repeat. That road was so badly. They had to redo it. So at least it can be flat where the vehicles they can pass.
And you are saying in front of cameras that whether you get the seat or not, you will continue grading the roads on your own personal account.
Yes, kulingana na mahali walikuwa wameniambia what I had promised. Whatever I had promised, I will deliver, with or without the seat, because I love Kalimoni.
We expect that, of course, leaders will work together in a concerted way. That's why they go to an assembly and they work together with the executive. Have you consulted to find out whether any allocations had been done for the grading of the roads you are doing right now? Have you consulted to find out whether any plans were in place? And if you run out of funds, what happens next?
Yes, I have asked. I have so many friends, members of county assembly, both nominated and elected. And they told me that feeder roads, there was the grader that was given to our honorable MCA. But I don't know, from the villagers, they said he did not grade that road because they did not sell him the land that he wanted. Hakufika bei, ndio kwa maana hakugrade hiyo barabara. Those were the words from the villagers.
Yes.
I don't want to pursue that. Kufika bei, you mean, it's a open question, You don't need a mic. Kufika bei unamaanisha he was getting paid.
No, kufika bei inamaanisha hakufikia the price the seller was.
Interesting.
Bwana Musheke has the right of reply. That's a serious allegation that you would deny people what is rightfully theirs in terms of resource allocation and services because they did not give you land at, that shouldn't be had. You have a right to reply to that.
Moderator, I wish we can dwell on things that really matter, but not yes. I even don't know which road she is talking about, so I will not even be able to answer that question. Secondly, let me tell and advise my fellow candidates. Let no single candidate dare tell us about the period that she'll use, like 3 months to do any kind of a development. Let me educate them and tell them there is a program that is called County Integrated Development Program. There is also an annual development plan. You see, if those things were not put there, there is no single way you'll be able to do that. Let them also educate them that an MCA does not even control any single vote. So for anyone to come and tell us that I will do within this period, it is out of question, moderators.
Thank you for educating us. We appreciate that. Now, so while educating us...
Moderator, and allow me just to interject, and I'll only tell you things that do not have evidence, like even the sale of the water supply. Let us not dwell on those things. Those are hearsays, and let us leave them to the street.
We will do that. The reason why we are bringing them up is so that you set records straight, and you are doing a very good job about that. That's why we are allowing some of these things, because they have been said, and you are here. So we are giving you an opportunity to tell them how it is. Now, since you have decided to educate us, and we appreciate that, in CIDP, County Integrated Development Plan, people went for public participation, and some resources were allocated to each and every department of the county government. We would like to know, as far as all the devolved function of the county government, how many resources came back to Kalimoni ward? We'll start with agriculture. Agriculture, what has agriculture, how has Kalimoni ward benefited in the Department of Agriculture that has been allocated the biggest chunk of the county government budget? From there, we'll go to health. You will tell us, how has Kalimoni benefited as far as health is concerned? From there, we'll go to education, because we hear that Madam Julian wants to go and build some classes by herself. How have we benefited? From there, we will go to roads and infrastructure, so that we see if Kalimoni is getting its share of the county budgetary allocations.
Thank you so much. And from the onset, let me tell our viewers that if there is one thing that they need to really know and to value much is something that is called public participation. Within our constitution, the biggest, the supreme power is bestowed on our people. That is within the constitution. And whenever we call upon them to come for public participation, it is always good that they be coming out. Because once we do not come to represent yourselves within the public participation, and a very valued to you project is not mentioned within, then it means that so many things might be left. Because what usually happens, we must collect views from the public, and based on those views, it is which that we use when it comes to doing the drafts for this development and other areas. And quickly, when it comes to health, I've been able to finalize building a maternity wing at the dispensary. Secondly, I've been able to do a wall, or not a wall, but yes, a fence within the dispensary, which was just exposed. I've also been able to do refurbishment at our Juja Farm Health Center, and have been able to bring on board so many other personnel to come and aid on the facility at Juja Farm Health Center. Those are the things that I've touched on health. When it comes to agriculture, we have been able to assist so many other farmers to start and also support the ongoing people who are doing pig farming, poultry farming. We have also been able to distribute fertilizers and seeds to our people. That is the maize flower seeds, sunflower seeds, and also fertilizer, in order to ensure that we are able to promote what they have been doing. When it comes to education, I have been able to do a brand new motor vehicle workshop at Juja Farm Polytechnic, and I have also pursued in completion of one lecture room, which was left unattended. Those are the things that I've been able to do, and also I've been able to bring to support so many people using bursaries within our setup. Also at the Polytechnic, I have been sponsoring hundreds of youths from within our ward are using the bursaries from our Polytechnic.
Bwana Musheke, going back to that same question of education and opportunities for the youth, like one of your competitors has said, do we have a polytechnic or a TVET in Kalimoni?
Yes, we have a polytechnic. It's a polytechnic. It's owned by the county government of Kiambu. TVETs are not owned by the county government. They are entities of the national government. And it is the one that I've been talking about, and I've really influenced so many youth to come and do training there. When I have enhanced and brought on board several other new things for training that were never there when I was being elected in 2017.
I asked that question because of the issues and concerns raised by Kevin, by Dennis, and he talked about the youth being left behind. Dennis, would you want to respond to that question? Do you know those opportunities? Is the Polytechnic known to the youth? Are they getting opportunities there? And what is it that you think should be changed, should be done differently, so that the youth can benefit from that institution?
Okay. Mi kwa maoni yangu naona ya kwamba ndio kuna Juja Farm Polytechnic, lakini sijasikia hadi mwanafunzi mmoja ama mtu yeyote ambaye amesponsoriwa na na hii leadership ya the incumbent. Ni wazazi wao wenyewe ndio wanajitolea. For example, kuna kijana mmoja nililipia mimi mwenyewe shule, anaitwa Stephen Disho from Kenyatta Road. Nikamfundisha hiyo course ya electrical wireman, na tulingangana na wazazi tukangangana, na saizi yeye huko ameanza kupata kazi na anafanya. So what I believe ni eti sijasikia mzazi yeyote ambaye amejitokeza kusema ya kwamba amepewa at least bursary, hata kama si ya pesa mingi, support tu ya kutoka kwa wadi yetu ya Kalimoni, sijasikia. Kwa hivyo ndio nilikuwa nasema ile kitu inafai kufanywa, at least we give bursaries to those students that are pursuing those technical courses, maybe for electrical wireman like that I paid for Stephen Disho, and others mechanics, tuseme hadi zingine kama bakery tuwafundishe. Au sasa ni wenye niliongea hiyo kiwango yenye hawana uwezo wa kufikia degree na diploma kama wengine wetu. So hao ukipata course kama bakery, unaweza enda ufungue mahali kama Georgia, una bake na at least unapata pesa yako. Kama ni at least umefanya course kama mechanic, I believe hautawahi lala njaa, kwa sababu utasikia gari imeharibika uende. Unajua sisi wote hatuna uwezo, lakini serikali inafai kuingililia kati, kwa sababu sisi wote hatuna uwezo. Wazazi wote hawana uwezo. Ile kidogo tuko nayo. Najua budget ya MCA si kubwa sana ile.
Asante Dennis. Your time is what will happen every time you mention Musheke ukiongea, he will be given a right for rejoinder, a right to repair. Now what will happen is that he will end up having more time than all of you. So if it's possible, you don't mention him, because if you mention him, he has a right to reply. He will end up having more time than you. But ukisikia unataka kumpatia muda mwingi ni sawa. Kitambo turudi utapata nafasi ya kujibu. Nataka tuende kwa Dhoita. Dhoita, natumai unajua geography ya Kalimoni vizuri From Muhaka to Premier Bag fence we don't have do we have any public utility? Or if we don't have, what are you planning to do about it? That is including Juja South, Masto, all that area.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. From Muhaka to the railway line here?
No, don't talk about the rail. I'm talking about this perimeter fence Premier. And usiingie kwa Premier, hiyo swali itakuja.
Ni sawa. Okay, what I want to tell you is that one, every other person who has come here amekuja hapa in a farm that was sold by some people. When those farms were being sold and subdivided, for them to be subdivided, public utilities must have been factored in. For those that have not given the public utilities, we have reclaimed some, not this side. You asked me what I will do or what I'm planning to do. Out of experience, we have recovered some public utilities around Kenyatta Road that had been subdivided and grabbed by the people who had subdivided those lots. I believe each and every person who bought a plot here, they know, they have a map and they know where their public utility is. And that is where the MCA comes in. You go, you try and make sure that if that public utility has been grabbed, You recover it and give it back to the people for them to do their development. Like in Abba Salama, there is a school that is being done there that I'm praying that one day that school will grow to serve the population of Salama. There is also an allocated place for an ECD center. If elected, I'll make sure that the people of Salama will have that so that they can stop going very far to go to school for the ECD center. Even for a health center, the population around there is growing. We can get the public utilities because they are there. We do even a dispensary that one can rush a kid at night before you go to the next hospital, which is Gatondo or Thika, so that our people can be safe.
Before your time ends,
Yes.
are you assuring us that you know about those utilities, where they are? And
Yes.
you know them?
No, I may not say 100% all. I have mentioned to you the ones that I know, and the ones that I don't, as an MCA. You see, I will be able, as an MCA, I'll be able now to engage the leadership of these areas. Wazee wa kijiji na wale wenye walinunua. They are able to tell us. Like now, for example, let me just give you an example. There is a road that is supposed to be done. The feeder roads have been neglected in Salama. There are roads that have never been done that we will be doing next week. Some of them are going through to join the main road. It is the community that is telling me, here there is a road from here going across that way. You would like us to give us this road. The same case will apply in finding the public utilities for the people, empowering the people and making sure they get their rightful place in developing those public utilities.
Your time is over. Mr. Kangede, the question that Mr. Doita wanted to answer. We have Premier Bag that has already been taken over by its new owners. Premier Bag used to have several utilities. Unfortunately, the hospital was brought down. There was a dispensary that was there. We have 2 schools. We have the Rika Primary, we have Juja Secondary, and we have a field that is there. What will you do for us to get those utilities back to the people?
Thank you. Asante sana Bwana Chama. Sasa hapa ndio tunasema, hapa ndio sasa public participation inatumikaga. For one, the public are the owners of this area. So when tukikombine nguvu yao na nguvu yetu, tutaweza kuclaim ile shamba, na ile kitu inafaa kujengwa hapo itajengwa. Juu community ndio ina usemi mkubwa kuliko mtu yeyote. Kwa hivyo kama ni hospitali, lazima tukitumia public participation juu wako na maps, lazima tutalikirimu hiyo kitu na tutaweza kutengeneza ile kitu inafaa kujengwa hapo.
Unajua wenyewe wapya ni akina nani? Mmiliki mpya wa hilo shamba unajua ni nani?
Si kama page?
Do you know the new owners of that land?
No, I don't know the new owner, but there is a map here. There is a map.
Where?
In the county. We must have a map for this area.
Interesting.
I want us to switch gears a bit and okay, we have one more
Dennis,
to.
We are finalizing with the geography of the area. There is an area called Valley View, and there is an area called Dikoma. Those areas have challenges that are need to be tackled. Do you know those challenges?
Yeah.
Can you explain to us several challenges that you know about Dikoma and
Kianza
Valley
na
View?
Dikoma, kuna kichinjio ilikuwa hapo, na hiyo kichinjio ilikwama kabisa. Unaona, mimi nikikuja, kitu ya kwanza Dikoma lazima tufufue hiyo kichinjio. Watu wetu wenye wako na butchery, tukichangana sio lazima ati tuende Ndonyo, si lazima tuende na huko kunaitwa aje Kiamaiko. Na Dikoma tuko na butchery na ilipotelea tu kwa hands of the cartel, so I don't know who they are, na iko tu hapo itaifunguliwa. Kitu ingine tunafai kujenga at least ECD center hapo Dikoma, tukue na daycares hapo hivyo. Nako Valley View kuna pia shida za barabara. Hii shida ya barabara tumeongea mingi, pia hapo juu kuna mahali kunaitwa Rolie. Unaona kukinyesha, hata kama mvua ni baraka watu wetu, kukinyesha tunaanzanga, watu wa huko wanaanza kuitisha boats, wengine labda biashara zingine zifungwe kwa sababu maji imefurika. Kila saa tunasema nini tujenge drainage once na kwa issue ya barabara, and I know with God willing tutaweza, si Mungu akitujalia, kwa sababu najua pia tutashirikiana na wakubwa wengine wenye watachaguliwa, and I know when the people of Kalimoni give me that mandate, tujenge tu cabros once kwa hiyo area huko Lorie, Valley View, hata huko kwa estate tumalizane tu once, tuwachange kushinda tukisema mambo sijui za nini, mambo za barabara kila wakati. Hata hiyo wimbo si imekuwa mingi sana, na hizi cabros, hawa vijana wetu wenye hawana kazi wanaweza funzwa hiyo kibarua, wakuwe ndio wanatengeneza hizo cabros na wakuwe ndio wanaweka. Kwani si hiyo ni poa? Hiyo at least hapo tume provide employment, shida ya barabara tumemaliza, kichinjio tumekuwa nayo, drainage tumekuwa nayo, at least sasa maisha itakuwa tu sawa, si ni kweli? Alafu kwa sababu we are not lucky to have a hospitali hapo hivyo.
Your time is over.
Sawa.
Thank you very much for sharing with us your views. We have very few minutes remaining, and we want to make the most of the remaining time. Two challenges that face this country, or should I say three. It has been well stated. The youth issue, youth opportunities is a major issue. How do you hope, or what do you think we can leverage on technology to solve the issue of youth opportunities? And if I would just mention the university that is just next door to us, how do you think, working as a representative of the people, you can bring on board the knowledge and the linkages that are there between you, the county government, and the university to advance the cause of youth opportunities in the county? That's number one. And that's for all of you. We'll give you 2 minutes each. The other question that faces this country is the issue of food insecurity. We've had the issue of people getting relief. Now we've had Mheshimiwa telling us about the distribution of sunflower and all the other things. How will you work with the county and the national government to tackle the issue of food insecurity in Kalimoni? Seeing that Kalimoni has moved from an estate area where you had just an estate of either fruits or sisal to just plots. How can people who live in plots, small plots, subdivisions of land, grow enough crops for themselves? And tied to that question is the whole issue of food safety. Because it's one thing to grow food, it's another to grow food in a healthy, safe way, using clean water and handling it in a way that it does not impede on the issue of people's health. You have 2 minutes to respond to each of those issues. Can we start with Julia?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I will start first with the youth. If Kalimoni, we have good technical school, facilitated with teachers and being put with the development fund from the county government, I'm sure we can hold so many youth. Again, I have agenda for the youth, such that they can have a chama ya watu 10 ama watu 5. We open a car wash, garbage collection from different areas. With that, also we can have our security issues. Wakifanya kazi hakutakuwa na insecurities. Kunakuwa na insecurities because we have so many youth idle. And mnajua idle mind is a devil's workshop. So if we can have a good polytechnic school, and we know how we cannot all go to polytechnic school, but we can also know how to create employment through empowering them with cash, starting for them some small businesses, or starting for them boda associate, how we can manage to have, we can manage to have bodas. And food crisis is all over. What we can do, I was planning that maybe we can go to Juja Farm near Theta and start up, we do rental for the villagers. Tunakomboa, wanalima. Again, we open a market in Juja Farm. Juja, we have a market. Witavia, we have a market. But Kalimoni Ward, we don't have even a market. Labda hizi vibanda za kuwekwa kwa barabara, which we have a public utility for the market, which someone must answer us. Market yetu ilienda wapi? Again, we get the market for the food.
Time.
Thank you so much.
Same question, Mwanamsheke.
Thank you so much, and allow me to touch on agriculture. And it is just rather unfortunate that nowadays we don't have the chunks of land that we used to boast about within the Raja Juja Farm area, because so many of the land that was there has actually been subdivided for settlement. There was one time that we had a program which we wanted to have irrigation water to come and assist us in doing that, in farming the arable land that is there. But basically, what we can do, or what we are planning to do, or the plans that are there, which we have laid on table and at the assembly, we have something that is called the Jenge Fund. And for the Jenge Fund, that is where we want to give small loans to our people, especially to do farming, and also for the youth to do startup businesses. When it comes to agriculture, we are trying to tell our people to especially invest in what we are calling agribusiness. With agribusiness, we do not necessarily need the chunks of land. We can actually do small kitchens, through small kitchen gardens, so that we can have enough food, especially for domestic. And when it comes to food for sale, the few remaining land that is within our three levers, we are trying to encourage our farmers with subsidies when it comes to seeds and fertilizers to make sure that we get enough food for our people.
Thank you. Mr. Toita, same question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wish to start with the and as we all know, is that the chunk of land that we can talk about in Kalimoni is in Juja Farm, and that is the only land that has been raided and subdivided into small plots, such that now every other person in the near future, we will have like everyone in a single plot of 50 by 100 or 40 by 80. And when we talk of food security, it is only to encourage the people who are in those plots and train them through the ministry, through the government, the agriculture department, on how to do some small-scale farming. But that can only be achieved if we have reliable water supply that we have been denied by the current leadership. It has been, there is nothing you can do. You cannot do a kitchen garden because you don't have enough water. So that is one. And in matters youth, and the other thing is doing the roads. For the remaining lands that are down there, we do roads and make sure that it is accessible and people can be able to bring their produce from that side and also have a market in Juja Farm. Now we have a tarmac that people can be able to bring those produce there, and they are bought from there, not from Githurai or Witavia. The other thing is the youth program.
Tukija saidia vijana vile wanaweza jitegemea, kwangu naweza tumia, nafanyanga job creation, naweza tumia hii job creation. How? Kalimoni is fast growing, so that katika kila nyumba lazima iokotewe takataka. Vijana wakisapotua vile na hizi bags na the more means of transport, wanaweza jisimamia wao wenyewe na wawe na kampuni wametengeneza. Katika hiyo garbage collecting kuna papers hizi kama hizi za kuandikia after ama newspaper. Hizo newspapers zikutumiwa zikiweza kutengeneza zinaweza tengeneza tissue ama zinatengenezanga tissue. Katika ile garbage collecting kuna left foods zile unaweza tumia kulia nguruwe ama kuku. Katika hiyo tu mradi tu hiyo garbage collecting kuna hizi unaona mtu ametoa shati yake ametupa. Katika hizo unaweza zitumia tu kwa carpenter, wanazitumianga kutengeneza hizi sofa sets. Tukikuja kwa agriculture tunaweza tumia horticultural hizi kama boga hizi za kumea haraka haraka na wanaweza jisimamia wao wenyewe. Thank you.
Asante. Dennis, same question.
Tuanze kwa hiyo ya youth and technology. Hiyo tumeongelea sana na tumesema computer labs with wifi, na kuna hata wengine nilikuwa nimewaambia tunaweza kuwa na library kwa area yetu, wakaniambia nowadays library si lazima ikuwe necessary, kwa sababu tukiwa na computer labs watu wataweza kukuja kufanya research and so on and so forth. Hiyo ni ya youth and technology nimeiongelea sana. Na about food insecurity, food safety, huko mahali tunaweza fanya farming ni huko side za Juja farm. Kuna mahali kunaitwa Mukuru na huko side za Adhi, na place kukinyesha juu ni koto na weza hata kuingia hata na pikipiki uwezi ingia, labda uache pikipiki mahali kunaitwa Marigoine ndio huko kwingine uende miguu, and I know some of you mnajua hivyo. So I think tukwanza ndio farming ndio tu zile products zenye tunapata kutoka na huko ndio ziweze kufika huko mashinani. Kwanza lazima hizo barabara za na huko Mukuru za na huko zijengwe, ziwekwe hata kama tu ni maram for the time being zitengenezwe. Ndio alafu we can get, considering that tuko na university hapa JKUAT, I think it's the University of Agriculture and Technology, and I know that we can get the best seeds from there. Kuna bado seeds nilikuwa nimepata, though sikuwa napanda huku, seeds mzuri sana za avocado na tulikuwa tunapanda place we have a land in Embu. So I think na walikuwa wanaenda process mingi kumesha hiyo mchanga, wanapima wanaona iko sawa. So I think we are so privileged to have a University of Agriculture, na wanaweza pima hiyo mchanga na tuone zile products zinaweza fanya vizuri sana, zinaweza fanya vizuri sana kwa hiyo mchanga yetu. Lakini the common thing kwa sababu hata nini.
Thank you, Dennis.
Okay.
I think you have quite a good number of ideas. We want to give you a chance to respond to this question of insecurity and what happens as we get to the day of elections and after. You have just 1 minute to respond to that before we now go to the final lap. We have observed a trend in this country where politicians will get their supporters, organize gangs to go and hit either their opponent or the supposed supporters of opponents. And these are brothers in the same area, these are sisters in the same area, these are people who go to the same churches and the same schools. We want to hear from you as an individual. What is ailing our country and what should we do about that? And you as an individual, what will you do to make sure that we do not have anybody hurt in this country, either because they belong to a different camp or because they belong to a different ethnic group? 1 minute each. Can we start with Dennis, who was the last to speak?
I want to believe Kenya is also a Christian country. We need to, first of all, tunafaa kuweka nchi yetu kwa maombi kwanza, kwa sababu unajua pia kwa siasa kuna mambo mengi sana, na kwa leo kwa sababu masupporters wangu na wa Musheke maybe na wa Julian na Doita na hao wengine tunakuanga marafiki, lakini ikifika wakati wa election unapata tena ndio hao tumeanza kutukanana. Tumeanza kitu ya kwanza tunaweza sema tuombee nchi yetu, Na kitu ya pili, I think the candidates should be held responsible. If any of your supporters, you know, you have, uko na, mi kama candidate, nikiambia supporters wangu, tafadhali, nimewaambia msiende, msivuruge hawa supporters wa Musheke, msivuruge hawa supporters wa Julian. I know they have a right to hear me and to do according to what I tell them. So, I think also as candidate, we have the right to be held accountable for any of insecurity matters.
Time's up. Thank you. Let's go to Kang'ethe.
Hiyo swali ya on that election day, kama vile tunaweza kaa na tusikizane na tusigugane, is that just the same day na the same way utaambia tu wale supporters wako juu we are brothers, we are sisters, and we all belong to Kalimoni. Na baada na after ya election tutaremain Kalimoni. So the best way ni kuambia ama tukae na amani. Juu amani ndio ile kitu ya muhimu sana. Thank you.
Bwana Dhoita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think the people that I'm addressing here, matters peace, are the people of Kalimoni. Those are the people I'm reaching. Those are the people I'm representing. And I would like to tell the people of Kalimoni that peace must prevail. There is no need of having any bile against your neighbor because he's supporting who and who. The only thing we need to do is to stand up, get out and vote on the voting day. The 200 might come your way, eat, but get out and speak with one voice. You saw the chaos that were there during the nomination. We would not want them to come back. We would want people to go out and vote in peace. Let them speak with their votes now, this time. Hawatanunuliwa na 200 haitatosha. Kwa hivyo tutoke na tupige kura kwa amani.
Thank you. Bwana Musheke.
Thank you so much. And I think the question was why we think that frustration or that kind of thing is being arising. And I want to believe that life frustration and joblessness is that which is leading some of the youth to be misused by the politicians. Because there is no single youth that will come from the house and go to and they try to disrupt other people's rallies or meetings without having someone who is paying for that. And so I know the only thing that we can do to avert that is to ensure that our youth get something to do. And I know in future the politicians will not have our young people to hire to go and disrupt other people's meeting. The second thing that should be done is that law should take its course. If people are found to be frustrating other people's when it comes to selling their agenda, they should be taken to account, and that will make sure that will ensure that those young men will stop doing that.
Julian.
Thank you so much for bringing up this question about security. I have always told my team, and they are here and they are listening, don't abuse anyone. I call Dhoita, I call Kang'ethe, we sit down with Dennis, even he was once my tenant, so we talk. And I tell them, if happens to see you on social media abusing anyone, you're out of my team. Kwa sababu security starts with us. There is life after election. Ukimtukana na labda ndiye atakalia kiti, utaweza kusaidika na yeye kweli? Hawezi. So I urge the Kalimoni people, elections bila ngori. Watu wa vote wisely. Ule mtu unapenda muweke pale kwa ballot. Ndiye mwenye unajua atakufanyia kazi. So whoever will be found ako kwa wrong side, the government will take it cost. Na ujue sisi aspirant, hakuna mtu atakuja akutoe kwa jela kwa sababu umeshikwa ukirusha mawe. Secondly, we are praying for the country. for all of us to have a peaceful elections, especially from Jubilee Party.
Thank you, Julian. I would like to remind our aspirants that we are still online and questions are coming fast and furious. The first question goes to Bwana Musheke. Some people are just appreciating you. I think they are your fans. Nasema huyu anaweza. Those ones we won't dwell on them. But there is a question for Bwana Musheke about the market in Juja Farm. The author of this question is asking that the market was leased to a company called Pamaco. It was leased to a company called Pamaco, and nothing has happened. Tell us more about that market and if it was leased to Pamaco.
Thank you so much. And
while doing that, there's also another one. There is a question about Juja Farm Health Center ambulance. So you can tackle both of them at the same time.
Thank you so much. And very quickly, about Pemaco. Pemaco was a company that was had previously been recruited by the county government of Kiambu to do the Juja Farm road tarmacking. And there was no leasing that was done. It was an agreement between the contractor and the county government. And let me first of all tell the people that all the public land or public utilities that are found within this ward, they are the property of the county government. And so the contractor had gotten into an agreement with the county government to just issue for free, not even for a coin, to use that field. And the market, I'm currently constructing that market. I've already done the offices. I've already done pollution blocks. And currently we have already secured funds to come and do the shades and the throwing so that our people can actually come and utilize that area. The other question was about, what was the other question?
The ambulance.
Oh, the ambulance. Let me tell our people that Kiambu County doesn't have a single ambulance for each and every facility. Actually, we have one pool of ambulances that we call, and there is an emergency number that can be used by anyone whenever you want to reach for ambulance services. So there was no allocation for a specific allocation for an ambulance at Juja Farm Health Center. There has never been none. We usually have a pool of ambulances that we call when needs arises for all the facilities, not only for Juja Farm. So for Pemaco, there was no coin that was paid. As I'm telling you, it is only the words on the street which are just out there just to paint me black. But it is good that the question has come so that I can set record straight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Musheke. People from Mokoyo, Julian, this question will go to all of you. We'll start with Julian. Please, a minute for the question. Just a minute. Isiende zaidi hapo. People from Mokoyo, Adi, Momba, and that area are concerned that they have been left out. They don't have a field. They come from very far to visit offices. They don't get enough bursary. What will you do if you get an opportunity to be the MCA of Kalimoni ward for those people from that area?
It's so sad that they are left out, like they are not part of Kalimoni, and I have heard their cry. That's why I've started by grading their roads. And people for Adi, I feel the pain because I have been there. We have talked with the villagers, and we are starting, especially in Mokoyo, a nursery that was never there. It has just been, wameanza kujenga tu just the other day, I think because of days of elections. But I have been there for a short while, and I have big plans for Mokoyo. We will have bursary distributed fairly, and there will be public participation in every bursary we shall give them. And I will urge the people of Adi, on 9th, be there so that we can do this together. and I will not disappoint you.
Thank you. Bwana Musheke? The same question about...
The same question. Thank you, but I know the person who has asked that question must be a very new person in Mukoyoine. Because when it comes to fair distribution of resources, I have done that. And there is a road that we have done from all the way from Adi to Mukoyoine. And we have also connected the people of Mukoyoine with water. All the way from Adi, I've done about, it's 12 kilometers pipeline of water. And when it comes to bursary, actually I nowadays reserve bursaries for the lower part of Adi, that is Adi and Mukoyoine together combined. I usually reserve them. I no longer mix them with the people from within Juja Farm and people from Kenyatta. And so I know that the question must have been from a biased viewer, which is welcome. But I have got good plans. We have already started doing an ECD center there, which I must promise that I will finalize with it anytime before the elections come. And even when it comes to matter health, I'm also planning to open another health center at Mukoyoine. Thanks.
Thank you. Bwana Doita?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The people of Mukoyoine have been neglected for long. It is only juzi tu tumeona ECD center ikijengwa hapo for a cosmetic one, just trying to woo the people so that they can vote that way. Zile barabara ambazo zimejengwa huko kutoka Juja Farm kwenda side za Mwireri kwenda huko chini, they are only built to go kwa mashamba ya yule mwenye ni MCA ndio aweze kuuza. Kama haijaenda huko hauwezi pata barabara. So what I'm telling the people of Mukoyoine, Adi, is that one, we will try and bring the services closer to the people. We will make sure we have the school, yenye iko Mukoyoine, the ECD center, and all, we will have one, the dispensaries, and make sure that they access those facilities. Hata maji, yenye nimeona juzi tu ndio wanapelekewa. Tuta make sure sasa maji iko kwa wingi, hata kama ni kufanya boreholes huko, ndio watu waweze kupata maji ya kutosha. Asante.
I cautioned you earlier on the issues of directly mentioning a person. He will get an opportunity to try and clear that.
Yeah, it is okay.
And the time we have is...
Thank you, because of
just 30 minutes and clear. Why are you... 30 seconds, not 30 seconds. And clear that about you doing loads that are leading to, I don't know where.
Naweza penda sana kujua zile shamba niko nazo pahali kunaitwa Bigma. Zile barabara Sarama pia nimejenga barabara Juja Farm Catholic Church Road, Sarama area which have made so many roads. Also a place called Busta Share Road, Munandaine, Adi Mukoyo, Adi Zone B, Mwireri roads. I would wish to know the plots that I have there so that the irrigations can be validated. I've already said, I wish we can consolidate this debate to matters that really affect the people of Kalimoni and not matters of hearsay and matters that are not founded.
Chairman, we were talking about Mukoyoine and Adi area. We did not talk about Salama.
He has mentioned Mukoyoine, yes, amongst the roads he was mentioning. Bwana Kangede, same question.
If I get a chance, and I'm sure I'm going to get this chance at 9 August. The people of Mukoyoine, one, I will do public participation to know who are these people who are less vulnerable. Ni watu wangapi hawa wanataka hizi basari na hawajiwezi kabisa. Ndivyo tukiweza kupata hii basari, tutapatia at a right time. Kitu ya pili, hii maji ambayo imeleta shida hivi na ambayo imefanywa disconnection lastly, nitaweza kujua vile naweza pata hata Japanese embassy, vile tunaweza drill more borehole so that they can get enough water. Kama ni agriculture, we can do horticultural products na waweze kuendelea na mbele na waweze kusaidika. Thank you.
Dennis?
mkinichagua watu wa Kalimoni, watu wa Mukoyo, Adhi na Momba, kitu ya kwanza tutaweka ofisi yenye mtakuwa mnaleta shida zenyu zote. I think Adhi is the best place to weke hapo. Adhi tutakuwa na ofisi ya MCA. Kama unataka basari unakuja tu kwa ofisi. Kama unataka hizo services zote za MCA utakuwa tu unakuja kwa ofisi. Alafu health tutahakikisha services za Adhi dispensaries zimekuwa sawa. Alafu kando na hayo, I believe that tutakuanga na medical camps. Tutakuwa tunaleta medical camps day by day, maybe at least after 2 months tunakuwa na medical camps kwa hizo area zenyu. Tunakuja mahali mko. Kama ni Mukoyo tunakuja, kama ni Adhi tunakuja, kama ni Mwireri tunakuja. Tunakuwa na medical camps where maybe unaweza pimwa macho, unaweza pimwa sukari, unaweza pimwa magonjwa zingine, na in case unajua hiyo itasaidia. Juu maybe unaweza kuwa na ugonjwa ingine ujui na unaweza kupata medication mapema. Hata mimi niko na shida ya macho, na kwa hizo medical camps zangu ndizo nitakuwa bado na attend. So na pia juu time imeisha, tafadhali Mwireri kuna shida ya high school.
Thank you so much, Dennis.
Only 1 minute please. Sija nini tu dakika tu hata 1 second. Niseme Mwireri kuna shida ya secondary school. Tafadhali, hata kama siwezi peke yangu, wale watachaguliwa governor Kiambu, MP Juja, tushikane tujenge hao watu secondary school hapo Mwireri, kwa sababu wanatoka mbali kwenda Juja Farm na kwenda Adhi. Asanteni sana. Wabari.
Asante Dennis. You have already now done what we were giving you an opportunity to do, to make your final remarks. And thank you for doing that. As we go to Kang'ethe, we are now in the very last lap. There is one question that has not been responded to, which has come through the social media platforms, and this is from the Free Water people. They have a major challenge of water and roads, accessibility. We want you to address those people as you make your final remarks. This is our very final stage. You have 2 minutes each. Yeah, 2 minutes each. Address the people of Free Water on the twin issue of water and roads.
Thank you very much, Bwana Chama. The people are watu wa Free Water. One thing ile kitu nita make sure wamepata ni hiyo maji. Na maji ile nita make sure wamepata, hata kama ni kudrill the borehole, I will make sure watapata through the embassies, na uwezo ile nitakuwa nikitumia, ama ile njia zote nitatumia waweze kupata hii maji. The other thing, hii ya barabara kuna zaidi ziko na cotton soil na kuna zaidi ziko na mallam soil. Hii mallam soil hiyo inataka tu kukatwa waweze kupata njia. Hii ya saidi ile iko na cotton soil, unaweza tu nitajua tu vile nitachukua tu mallam kutoka Kware na nikuje niwamwagie na waweze kupita at any time, hata kama kuna mvua.
Asante, Bwana Dhoita.
A promise I have for the people of Free Water is that a time has come, freedom is coming. The neglected roads that have not been opened. I remember I was there when I needed to do a road behind Brooks. And, someone came and brought a grader, and I didn't want confrontation, so I left it. I thought those roads were done. I hear they were not done. Once elected into the office, the Free Water people, I can assure you, we will do those feeder roads, we will do those, make sure that you have access to water. Even if Rudiwaxco may not get to you, we can do around that we can make sure that you have enough water for you. And for the people of Kalimoni, just get out and vote. The time is now for you and vote so that we can get the leadership that Kalimoni needs. We don't have much. We need our feeder roads, electricity, security, health, education. That can only be achieved now because it has been neglected. You don't think that because we didn't get it in 5 years, we will get it now. It is time for change in Kalimoni. and the time is now. Make an informed decision.
Thank you, Bwana Doita. We're going to Bwana Musheke, and for you, maybe you can tell us what has happened that these people have gone for the last 5 years and they have struggled with the same issue without being addressed.
Thank you so much, and to the people of Kalimoni, those that have not yet received the services that should come from my office, let us all remember that Rome was never built within a day. And let them not judge me on the few things that I have not done, but the many things that we have been able to achieve together. That includes so many kilometers of Maram Road. We have already done over 100 kilometers of piped water. I've also done 4 boreholes within the last 5 years. I've done 2 bridges, that one which connects us to Murera. I've already done a footbridge at Juja Farm that connects us to Zone T. That is a footbridge. And I have done so many lights. So over 300 street lights and so many brikamwizis. I've also been able to connect our people to sewer lines. Over 10 kilometers of sewer line, which I have secured the funds from the county government of Kiambu with the support of the World Bank. And I promise my people, I am a hard worker. I have pushed even for the tarmacking of our Juja Farm Road. I wish that you can kindly give me the chance to continue and build on the things that I have been able to do, because I know through me and together with you, we will be able to move Kalimoni to great heights. Please don't judge me by the things that I have not done, but by the many things that I have been able to achieve. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Musheke. Julian, your last 3 minutes and your last comments.
Thank you so much, Chair. And we were to answer about the free water area. I have been there. My car cannot even go inside. And I tried to see what could be the problem. Nikaenda huko ndani kuongea na watu. I asked them who is our incumbent. Hata hawajui. They just know Koimburi or whatever MP is. So it is so sad that it is away to Juja Farm, where maybe they have feeder roads, and then they are left out. Do you know there are some parts in free water, hakuna stima? And I was asking them, ukienda ushago unapata stima, lakini huku free water, hakuna stima. So how do you tell people you live in town, whereas hata wewe mwenyewe una stima, unaendanga kucharge simu Juja? It is so sad, and it is a new day for Kalimoni, because these are the areas that I'm going to counter. And I promise you, I will lobby for each and everything, each and every village or estate or whatever the name is. I will lobby for public facilities. Whatever I have been assigned to do, I will make sure. I will go even overboard to do it myself. And this I will not promise just because I'm vying for a seat. I have been doing this for such a long time. And I'm so sorry for the people of free water. Mama na kazi. Mama akikuja mahali, kazi inabadilika. That's why you men, you marry women. Because you know we are keepers. And we deliver. Uko msafi hivyo bwana Chia kwa sababu ya bibi yako. Ungeamuka tu na socks za jana, but your wife made sure.
Julian, you're not suggesting that we men don't take care of ourselves.
Yes, you do, but I'm trying to show you that we are more better keepers. Ndio kwa maana ulijengewa Eve. And I'm telling you for free that when you give a mama a chance to serve your people, just the way we serve you in our homes, hivyo ndivyo Julian ataserve Kalimoni wholeheartedly, transparency, loyal, and accountability.
Thank you, Julian. We almost cut off Dennis because he started giving his final remarks, but we don't want to deny you your time. So take your 2 minutes, and if you want to say something about the free water people, please do that within your 2 minutes.
watu wa free water, msijali, freedom is coming and change is coming. And I think the Kalimoni dam is almost done. Tuta push kabisa na maji itakuwa kwa wingi, msijali. Hata kama before tuta provide tanks na gutters, mvua ikinyesha tunaweka maji. Hata kama ni borehole tutapata. Freedom is coming, maji itakuwa kila mahali. Maybe hadi ukianguka uchunge sana juu utakuwa unaangukia maji. So and then issue ya nini, nataka kwa sababu tumeambiwa ni kumalizia, nataka kuambia a vote for Dennis Monene is a vote of change. Nimekuwa na nyinyi kutoka nikiwa kijana mdogo, mumeniona nikiuza maziwa, mumeniona nikiwa huko nikiendesha nduthi. Kwa hivyo najua ule mtu wa chini vile ana feel. Nimekuwa vile huyo amesema, nimekuwa tenant wake sana, na ni mimi alikuwa anapea kazi ya ku unblock choo ikiwa imeblock, na hizo ndizo tunaambiwa ati sewer line zimeconnectiwa. I believe ile part sewer line the whole thing of sewer line, I think it was a project of World Bank and the county government of Kiambu, if I'm not wrong. But then zenye zimeconnectiwa, and I have a witness here, watu walikuwa wanatoa 30,000 each ndio wa connect sewer line. Kwa hivyo saa hizi watu wa Kenyatta Road, msidanganywe na msidanganyike hadi kuende aje ama aje. Mimi niko na uchungu kwa sababu ya niko yangu mwenye alitoa 30,000. Na hii atituambiwa ati kuna mtu ametuconnectiwa sewer line. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Julian, ile siku utaacha kuniita ni kubanblokie choo ndio ndaamini sewer line iliconnectiwa. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Dennis, and all the people who have appeared for this session. We have come to the end. We do not want to disadvantage the second group that will be coming after you. And like we said at the beginning, this was an opportunity, or this is an opportunity for you to clarify to yourself and to us what you want to do, and also for us to know the kind of person who is going to represent us in the next 5 years. So we want to wish you all the best as you do your final lap in your campaigns, and may the best person win. Thank you very much.
We are going to go offline for about 5 minutes so that the other team gets an opportunity to prepare.